Howdy folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, where I do non-pop country music reactions, and today's is no exception to that. Trust me on this. I know this song, it's a review, I've seen the video. MontaukEd made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Ed, shout out to you, my friend, and thank you for this gift and your request. I was convinced when you requested this just a little bit ago that I had already done this one, and I've done 10 or 12 of Martina's songs, and I was confident I had done this one, and I double checked my records and everything, and I'd done Independence Day and other songs that were very touching, moving, deep, disturbing in ways, make a point, but I had not done this one. So here we go. Martina McBride's Concrete Angel. If you haven't seen it, if you're new to the channel or new to country, these are the types of depth that country music is all about. It's not all about, rain and the dog ran away and the rusted pickup truck and beer drinking stuff. There's unbelievable depth in storytelling in non-pop country music. I missed the beginning of that, the mother smoking. Not even saying goodbye to her kid.
She walks to school with a lunch she packed. Nobody knows what she's holding back. Wearing the same dress she wore yesterday. She has the bruises with a linen. Oh. The teacher wonders, but she doesn't ask. It's hard to see the pain behind the mask, bearing the burden of a secret storm. Sometimes she wishes she was never born. Through the wind and the rain, she stands hard as a stone in a world that she can't rise above. But her dreams give her wings, and she flies to a place where she's loved. Concrete angel.
I'm going to say that there are so many thoughts come to mind already. One, this had to have been difficult and not difficult at the same time for Martina to do, because I think she's got 3 daughters. I may be wrong on that. Something tells me this, but she's got kids. So this would be very difficult. But on the other hand, you'd believe in it. I mean, emotionally difficult to do, mentally easy to do. And the other thing is to have a friend in the world. Sociologists and psychologists say that the biggest determinant of how we develop as human beings is not our parents, it's our culture. And our friends shape the decisions we make, the likes and dislikes that we have in life, more than our parents do. So I won't go too far into that, but parents absolutely have an impact on us. And this song shows that in spades because it's so extreme. You need somebody to get a break from the world, and that's a friend.
Somebody cries in the middle of the night. The neighbors hear, but they turn out the light. A fragile soul caught in the hands of fate. When morning comes, it'll be too late. Through the wind and the rain, she stands hard as a stone in a world that she can't rise above. But her dreams give her wings, and she flies to a place where she's
he experiences too. He'll grow up angry seeing this.
A statue stands in a shaded place. An angel girl with an upturned face. A name is written on a polished rock. A broken heart that the world forgot. Through the wind and the rain, she stands hard as a stone in a world that she can't rise above. But her dreams give her wings, and she flies to a place where she's loved. Concrete angel.
This scene, is this depicting the other children who've been abused, but they're in heaven together, loving each other? Yeah. I've seen this before, and it's obviously it made me extraordinarily angry. And the thing that hits me in life, very little gets me upset, but the thing that has always gotten me is mean-spiritedness. When I see mean, it's so unnecessary. We all see stupidity, that's annoying, but whatever. That doesn't get me angry. When I see people insisting they're right when they're so woefully wrong, like, and stupid at the same time, that's upsetting to an extent, but nothing comes even close to when I see someone being mean to another person. I don't like someone being mean to me either. And I'm not a fighting guy until those moments. So, like, 99% of the time in life, I'm pretty chill. I like to laugh. I have this sense of humor. But then when I see mean, there's just something that switches in me, like a Doberman or something, and I'll fight. And this is that on steroids. When I see somebody picking on a kid, especially a parent, where you're charged with the responsibility of loving them, of caring for them, of doing what's right for them. And not every parent's going to do that every moment of the day. I get that part. But the idea that you would cross the line and leave bruises on a child, that's where, if somebody comes to the child's defense and seriously harms the parent, I'm on the jury and I'm like, not guilty. Might have been temporary insanity, might be temporary compassion, extreme compassion by hurting that parent, that adult, that large person, it's a size issue at that point. The kid can't defend herself in this thing. But in the end, when the kid crosses over, if you will, into her world, and the implication there is like she's in a heavenly realm, she's safe, she's up there where she's loved. But it looked like she wasn't just up there with the other kids who had passed away, so to speak, but were now in this heavenly abode. I think the implication there was the other ones that were abused. Now, the boy, how did he get there? What is, you know what I mean? Like, she wanted him there. She didn't want him dead. She wanted to be with him because he was her solace. He was her heaven on earth. He was the angel. And concrete can mean concrete jungle, like a city versus the country, but concrete could mean rock solid. He was her angel on earth until the girl's mother beat her to death. And that's one of these just unforgivable things. And for teachers, there are rules that are in place now. And I know this because I have some friends of mine who are teachers, kindergarten teachers and what have you. And there are very strict rules on what they have to do. Like if a kid makes like gun fingers and like shoots another kid, like just playing, they have to report that to the principal and the parents have to get a phone call. It's very strict. And if a teacher suspects any type of abuse, it has to get reported. But that's the product of socialized development where the school system has the kids. And so something goes wrong. Why didn't you report it? Okay, now we make a law. You got to report it. Okay, it's going to be reported. But that was the product of development. When do you step in and say the parents are responsible for raising the kid? And then the governmental institutions, in this case, the school system, decides, oh, we're going to take over. We're going to report it. When should I butt in? When should I butt out? When am I overstepping my bounds? When am I not? Because kids can be an absolute handful. But when you see bruises on a kid, you're like, something ain't right, and they may need protection. In the context of the song, absolutely need protection. There are very abusive humans out there who abuse their own children, clearly. And that was the impetus for this song. I don't know if this was Martina's idea, label's idea. But Martina certainly went along with it because she believed in that cause. And it would be very difficult to not believe in that cause, if you will. But it was a fascinating, artistically done video. I'm not going to rate it. I'm going to leave this one be. There's certain ones where it's sacrilege to me to rate. This is not one really as much for entertainment as it is to move people to take notice, be observant. And if you do observe something that's woefully wrong, say something, do something, report something, and that's it. All right. That was from MontaukEd. Ed, thank you for that. I like to feel everything. I like to feel anger. I like to feel joy. I like to feel laughter. I like to feel everything along life's path. And much of it is depicted in songs. So as much as I love the Jerry Reed's songs, Amos Moses's, that just makes me laugh. This kind of thing makes me think, makes me upset. And even though I've seen it before, I had certain feelings again. As you have to. If you don't feel something watching a video like this, I don't know. You might want to recalibrate yourself. All right, guys. Hope you, so to speak, enjoyed that or learned something from it or were moved by it. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.